My name is Todd Ross, and I'm going to get us underway this morning. First, I'd like to acknowledge that we're on the traditional lands of the Mississaugas of New Credit. I'd also like to acknowledge the Haudenosaunee and the Wendat people and all the Indigenous people who once used this as a meeting place. I introduce myself as White Cloud of the Eagle Clan, and I'm a proud citizen of the Métis Nation of Ontario, and also a councillor with the Toronto York Region Métis Council. So welcome to our council territory. I'm going to start off, I'm the spokesperson for the Canadian Human Rights Voice, and I want to start off by giving you a little bit of a history of why we are here, why the Canadian Human Rights Voice was started, and what we've been up to in the last few years. In 2009, when the war was happening in Sri Lanka, a number of people here in Toronto were concerned that the media was not reporting on what was happening in Sri Lanka. There were a number of people in the Tamil community who were very active and who did some incredible gatherings. But what was usually reported at the time was the fact that traffic was being stopped and people were being delayed in returning home. So we felt it was important to get the word out about what was happening, specifically at that time in Sri Lanka. So in 2009, I joined the organization, and we held a conference in North York, which we were delighted to have a number of members of parliament, MPPs, city councillors, and people from across the region come and speak about what was happening in Sri Lanka and the human rights abuses that were happening at that time. We were also pleased to get a number of media people who came to that event, and so some of the awareness started and people started asking a few more questions. We continued on that theme, and we continued to organize events over the last 5 years. We've done a number of events here in Toronto. We've done events in Ottawa, always around raising awareness and always with focus on the political in speaking to the members of parliament and speaking to the political parties and engaging them. We've always made it a focus to ensure that we spoke with all political parties, that we were not favoring any one specific party, but that the topic of human rights is an issue that all parties agree that we must defend human rights. Which brings us here today. So in our process of doing a number of sessions, we focused on human rights around the world, but this is our first time that we focused specifically on women's human rights. And I'm so thrilled with the volunteers who have put the work in to coordinating today, and I'm thanking all of you who have come out today to participate and to hear a little bit about women's human rights. I'll just do a quick pitch for the organization. If you are interested in getting involved, it's CHRV.ca, or you can find us on Twitter or Facebook. And we're always interested if you're looking to get involved and if there's a specific topic that you would like us to be speaking on or that you want to get involved to organize with, we invite you to contact us. And of course, I encourage you, if you have your cell phones, to tweet away. Human rights, in particular women's human rights, is very important, so feel free to tweet at all times today. I'd like to ask Sarabi to come up, Sarabi Para, to come up and introduce our first speaker.